very good evening and a very warm welcome to all our viewers from all over the world. And I'm sure there are so many viewers all over the world. For them, it's a very good morning and a very good afternoon. Door with Rishi was a concept that started about 2 months ago. It was the idea of our creative head, Lion Rupesh Mehta of Lions Club Mankur, that we should have a Lions image building program where we call legendary Lion leaders from all over the world and they can share their experiences and their journeys. And as young Lions, we can all hear from them. And today, it is an honor that we have four of the most phenomenal, four of the most talented, the most smart, the most capable, and may I also add the most good-looking Lions from all over the world. And a very, very warm welcome first to respected past international director, Lion Sangeeta Jatiaji'S from India. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for a gracious time. We know you are personally committed to a lot of other things, and thank you. Extremely, extremely thankful for your time today. Introduce my co-host for the evening, our creative head, Lion Rupesh Mehta, and I'm sure viewers all over the world today are going to have a great time just listening to all these great ladies. So let us start. Maybe begin, ma'am, with your permission. Yes, can you unmute yourself, Sangeeta ji, and as well as Ruchita, ma'am? Yes. If I may start with respected peer, Sangeeta, ma'am, we know that all of you have met in various conventions, various leadership forums, ISAME, and I'm sure for the past 10, 15 years, all of you all know each other very well. You all are good friends. But when you almost for the first time, you met, I'm sure the other young Lions, if I may call them, they're still young. What are the first impression that you had? And over the years, has that impression changed, if I may ask?
Oh, yes. I remember I was at an OC forum some 8-9 years back when a young girl came up and spoke about her program. She smiled and she told me that she's a governor. I think she just finished becoming a governor and she was being awarded by then President Wayne Madden, I remember, on stage. And she came and spoke about what she was doing. And I thought, my God, how young these people are and what a young governor they have. Believe me, I always still, just about a few years back, I really came to know that she is a grandmother. And there I thought it was a young Leo who was actually a lion doing this kind of phenomenal work. Ruth has grown tremendously. I think today she's our mouth on social media. Yeah. And Ruth says it, people listen. Because she's very positive in what she says. I think that's the best thing that she's done to the organization, made social media very positive, and I really, really compliment her for it.
Yes,
It was
I'm sure.
It was a few years back again when I was introduced by a past director who said, my daughter is becoming a vice governor. And I thought, oh no, another clan. You're a little scared of clans. I come from a clan myself. So maybe that's why. So even my father, and I said, okay, that's wonderful. And I thought, kya pata, it's whether she really has it. I have seen her, and believe me, it was not then that I really knew her, but in the last 2.5 years that I've worked with Aisha, wow, what a worker. Worker, committed, new ideas. In fact, at times, she is so full of energy, I just don't know how she gets it. It's just fantastic. Super. So, always a pleasure to have known her, and thank you, Aisha, for doing whatever you are doing. And I'm so happy that next year you're going to be the council chair for Pakistan. Really very happy for you. My Bhel Puri Save Puri friend. How we together. Rajesh was there. He knew Rajesh as a past governor. I was Rajesh's mentor when he went in as a district governor. Yes. So I was his group leader. And so naturally the relations, build and you become very strong in your bonding. And Ruchita was the one who used to say, I said, Ruchita, please take me shopping in Mumbai and shopping in Bhelpuri. And see today, I don't think we have any time for shopping in Bhelpuri now. It's more the leadership training program that we discuss. And I think that's how we've grown. Enjoy our discussions, really debated a lot. Even now, I know we can pick up the phone and talk to each other about what can we do next? How do we do this? And I think I enjoy that camaraderie, the friendship that I have with Ruchita. Thanks, Ruchita, for all that you do.
Fantastic. And I'm sure as Governor Ruth would like to also... Fantastic. And I'm sure as Governor Ruth would like to also respond to the compliment that you gave her. Please, Governor Ruth.
Hello, good
Hello, ma'am.
evening, good
Yes, ma'am.
afternoon, and good morning to all of your viewers and listeners tonight. First of all, I'd like to thank PID Sangeeta for all the very warm and kind words given me. And also, I would remember when I first saw her, uh, I was like starstruck because as a very young leader then, you would want to see role models that you want to follow. And PID Sangeeta is one of them. So uh, it gave me more confidence as a leader because I was a very, very young leader then, uh, starting to go on a higher level of leadership. And PID Sangeeta uh, struck me as one with a very strong personality, a very articulate leader, and that made me aspire to follow her footsteps. And really, really, very, very aspiring, inspirational leader for me.
Absolutely.
Thank you, PID.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Sangeeta ji is an icon for all of us. Like I heard this phrase somewhere.
Yes.
I'm sorry, there's this phase where there was this Filmfare Award and Himesh Reshama came on stage. Like he said, Amitabh Bachchan is not an actor. He is an institution. He's a kind of benchmark. Everybody wants to be the Amitabh Bachchan of their field. So say, guys, everybody wants to be the Sangeeta Jatia of Lionism. If I may say so. If that's a kind
Totally.
of you inspire so many. Take it forward.
Yeah, I just want to ask a few things that I know that at young age you all were lion. So just I'm very keen to know about it. That as a young lion members, did you face any resistance from your colleagues, or were they supportive, or did men intimidated by you, or whatever the thing? I just want to know the experience so that young leaders, right? So in short, we can
For
summarize that even though if it is accepted or not, keep on doing your work.
Yeah.
One day you will, even you are getting support, or even though keep on moving, right? Thank you.
Lions from India who are doing educational assistance programs. We have lions from Pakistan. We're doing site first programs. We have lions from Philippines. We're doing relieve the hunger programs and other programs with children. And I'm sure, respected PID Sangeeta Jatia ma'am, you've had a career spanning 32 years. There have been so many projects which are close to your heart. And kindly share some of those heart.
There are so many projects. And just like Ruchita left out with, Heart Prince, would you believe we had a project in my club which is called Heart Prince. And there it was, when you just said, it just struck a chord. And that was such a beautiful project. It was a very small project. We just had around 11 children, but and we kept them in a small home that we had created for them. But the children were those of prisoners. Their parents were either in jail or were serving a life sentence. They were, and till then they were living in the jail themselves. So you can imagine, today if they are in those correctional homes as they call them now, and the children were there, you can imagine what kind of impact was being created in them. So we had taken just 11 children, just 11, and we were trying to make a difference in their lives. I tell you, that program became so close to my heart. For some political, legal reasons, we could not carry it out because it was very difficult to carry those programs out. I mean, there were so many psychological problems, there were so many legal issues that we just couldn't do it. But that really opened my mind up, showed me what kind of power we have if we can do something little, and it's one family at a time, we can make a tremendous impact. But service programs, I can go on, and it'll be almost hours and hours I can talk about a number of service programs. But as a lion, what I felt that it gave me a platform. Of course, service is the mainstay, and each one of us has spoken about service being the most important thing. But what also has really kept me motivated is, number one, organizing programs. The kind of thrill that you get out of putting together a program. It's a training program, it's a huge event, it's a convention, it's a forum, whatever you do, a symposium, I think that's what excites me the most. Putting together, getting different kinds of people together. And one program that just stands out in my mind is a fundraising program that we had done in 2004. And that was when we had the three legendary spinners come to Kolkata, and Vishan Singh Bedi, Chandrasekhar, and Venkat Prasanna, all four of them were there. Along with that time, the rage was Mandira Bedi. So all five of them were there, and we did an auction of cricket memorabilia. Ruth, cricket is our national sport, right? Sorry, but that is one program. Cricket is something that we are all crazy about. So we auctioned this memorabilia and used the money for service programs. Then another one we did where we had painters come and renowned painters come and do a 2-day workshop, and then we had auction of the paintings. Now those I never knew. I could not tell a program, a painting. I mean, they said it's modern art, and I could not make out. I'll just share my ignorance with you. When the first canvas came in, and they put it on the easel, I said, "This is upside down. Put it on the other way." You can't you see this? I said, "No, I'm telling you, this is wrong." And I would not understand why would anybody buy that painting. Everybody laughed at me, and that sold for something like 15 lakhs of rupees.
My God.
I learned, after that, I understood the meaning of art. So it hasn't only taught us service, it has taught us art, taught us organization, taught us speaking, it's taught us just about everything. I think whatever you do in this organization leaves an impact on you. That's what's very important.
True. And one.
So all the young women out there hearing, Lionism is a forum where it is welcome. There are people who kind of support you, motivate you to be able to, in a journey of growth.
So in short, we can summarize that even though if it is accepted or not, keep on doing your work.
Yeah.
One day you will, even you are getting support, or even though keep on moving, right? Thank you. Now, Rishi, you can take it.
Ideas. Anybody has good ideas will always be resisted. Yeah. It's not about gender. Really, it's not about gender.
Exactly.
So I think just move ahead.
And all of you have achieved so much in the past 15, 20, 40 years. But obviously, like failure is a stepping stone to success, as you say. There have been moments where your ideas probably you must have pitched, people might not have accepted it. They might have been ahead of the times. You must have felt built down. And those are the moments where you really need to pull yourself and say, have the conviction.
And I can vouch for what she's saying, because I have seen two major things, which has again been I've always been her fan. But what has really left an impression on me is when the organizational skills that I see in Calcutta and being led by Sangeeta-ji and APG is one was the women's symposium that she had conducted. Oh my God. To the T, everything was purple around. Even your seat covers, even your pen, even your name tag, and the Kolkata Forum. Oh my God, it was nothing less than a convention. So, yes, a lots to learn.
There are a lot of things that Governor would talk about women responding to needs of the community. If I may play the devil's advocate, and I put this question even in our promo, this is specifically to Sangeeta ma'am. There is no doubt women are more compassionate and women are better at multitasking. Does that inherently make them, or are they more prepared to be better leaders than men? Or it's all about your point, ma'am, your point of view?
I definitely, whichever women leader that I have seen, very few have really come up in this Lions world. Not only Lions world, if you see the entire world as such, we've always had a kind of a dearth of women leaders. And reason is not that we can't do it. Reason is our inbuilt inhibitions, our lack of confidence. We somehow the other, it's in our genetics, it's in our makeup, it's in our psychology that we will not put up our hand for anything. We want to shy away. We want to just stay away from the limelight. Of course, things are changing. And I think as the new generation is coming up, they are not conscious about gender at all. They do not care. And I think that is the way it is going. So hopefully it's going to die with us. This kind of a thing that we are going to be talking about men, women coming in, hopefully it will die with our generation. And it will become very natural for people to come in. But at this point of time, I must point out that even in a country like whether it's India, whether it's Pakistan, or whether it's Philippines, all three, and I think 80% of the countries around the world, apart from a few countries in Europe, the Iceland, Finland, where they have generally have women leaders coming in without any, they've already got that gender parity in everything. But we don't have that. So we've got to push. We don't have people right from our bases, club presidents, club district zone chairs. We don't have that many women. So how do we get that many governors or vice governors for that matter? And if we don't have that many vice governors and governors, how do we get your national directors? So until and unless that pool is built up, and for that, we will have to somehow or the other push them to get it. We will have to be the mentors, and I believe that's a job for lions like us who've got to get these women. Tell them that you can do it. There's nothing great. It's more rocket science. We shy away, and I think the moment that we can do this, I think we will definitely become a different organization. It will be empathetic organization that will understand the needs